Pastors asked that I address our church family regarding our current financial position for the church. And first of all, I'd like to start off by congratulating our church family on your faithfulness and really resilience during this very difficult time. Over the last 3 weeks, you have proven your love for God and for your church. You know, the Bible says in Matthew 6:21, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. And you've proven in a great way how much you love God and you love your church. And we're very grateful for that. I will say over the last 3 weeks, you've heard Pastor mention this, we have averaged just slightly over our weekly budget in the general fund. Our budget is $70,000 a week. Pastor mentioned last night in the service, we've had about $70,200 on average come in over the last 3 weeks. And you're to be commended for that. Now, that being said, that's positive news. Do me a favor, don't stop. And we need it to continue. And so let's remember that. I do want to take a moment and mention to you regarding the overall cash flow of our ministry. As you know, Golden State Baptist College and the North Valley Baptist Schools are both ministries of the North Valley Baptist Church. Every year, under normal circumstances, we subsidize, the church does, both of those ministries. This year, due to the circumstances, we have a little different scenario. And regarding the cash flow, for example, the school, we're projecting that they would end up pretty much the same as they do on a regular basis. Tuition continues to come in, the education's continuing as normal. Now, on the other hand, the college is where we're really going to take it on the chin. We're estimating right now that we'll probably lose about $300,000 in revenue from the college between now and the end of the school year. That's what we would have taken in. That's due to loss of room and board, also some tuition credit due to a break in the education process. Now, I do have some positive news along with that. You say, how can we make up $300,000? Well, the good news is, along with that, our expenses have gone down. For example, we currently don't have the dining hall in operation. Campus employees are no longer being paid because they're no longer on campus. And other various program expenses will not be there. That being said, really what we're projecting is an overall net loss of about $170,000 to the college. Now, that's in addition to what we normally would subsidize for the college. So really what we're talking about on a regular situation, we're trying to make up the difference of about $170,000. You say, Brother Sly, how in the world are we going to do that? Well, probably the solution, number one, Pastor's been emphasizing this. First of all, remember to tithe. The church, as I mentioned, subsidizes the college, so let's continue to tithe. Be faithful in tithes and offerings. You've already proven that. I will say this, if you have the ability and God lays on your heart to do something in addition to your regular tithe, please do so. I do understand that during this time there may be some that you have loss of income and your tithe may go down, your tithe may have to disappear because you can't tithe off of nothing. And that's where all of us have to step to the plate and do our part. I will say this, God has always been faithful, regardless of the circumstances of our church. He has always helped us and provided, whether it be multiple people giving what they can or one person stepping in, but God has always done it, and we want to give Him the glory for that. So let me just say this for the solution, tithing in the general fund, and then secondly, pastors put an emphasis on missions. We want to make sure we take care of the missionaries on the field. And so let's please remember to be faithful in giving to missions. Now, we have put some items on hold. Let me reiterate, normally we would be in the process of enrolling people for the President's Club, and we put that on hold for right now. We were going to start the brick campaign. We had one Sunday where we had a couple people get involved in that, and now we've kind of put the brakes on that for a while. A third area that we're going to back off of, this one you're not real familiar with, I've addressed our church on it, but as you know, for our mortgage to the indebtedness to be lowered, we've been putting probably an additional $35,000 to $40,000 per month on the mortgage. We're going to have to put that on hold for just a short period of time. If we have the ability, when it's all over, we can put that on the principal of the mortgage. But right now, we'd rather not restrict our cash flow during these difficult times. But let me just reiterate a couple things. One, if you want to give online, you can do so and go to the church website. Many people have started doing that. I've had a lot of people say, Brother Sly, that's much easier than I thought it would be. And it's been very helpful. We've seen a large increase in that. And there's a lot of folks been mailing it in. Again, if you're going to mail it in, mail it to 3530 De La Cruz Boulevard, and then put attention Finance Department, and we'll process that every week like we normally do. But I just want to reiterate one more time to our church, we are so grateful for all you've done and how you've stepped to the plate. We're thankful for God. And we know it's God that giveth us the power to get wealth. and He's the one that's going to sustain us and sustain our church. And that being said, keep up the good work and appreciate your faithfulness. We love you, miss you, and God bless each of you.